The Dave Show University Truckers open their second season against the Texas State University Bobcats, which is supposed to be an easy win. The Texas State logo might as well be this. But you never know what can happen, and that's why they play the game. It's the Truckers hosting the Bobcats. Next. A hot and steamy afternoon here in Orlando, Florida. We're coming to you from the Citrus Bowl Stadium, located on the campus of Dave Show University. Welcome into the press box, everybody. I'm your host, David Johnson, and with me for the duration of the season will be Harry Downer. So Harry, let me be the first to welcome you to the second season of Dave Show Truckers Football.
Thanks, Dave, but I gotta be honest with you. It sucks to be here. The things a guy's gotta do to make a buck. Anyways, the Truckers finished off last season with 5 losses in a row. The only reason why I won't guarantee a 6th loss in a row here today is because Texas State is a cupcake. Dave Show's got by far the better roster. The only reason why I won't guarantee a win is because they're all but completely incompetent behind the sticks. Coaching advantage? Bobcats.
Well, speaking of coaching, Dave Show head coach Dave Show talked earlier this week in his press conference, not about the game, but of his team's uniforms. You know, we wear Florida State uniforms because I grew up a fan of the team. And we're also protesting the uniform and logo change of 2014. And I'm still salty over this new FSU coach, Willie Taggart, saying that fresh uniform combinations might help the team win. Yeah, well, Alabama just won another national title. And they have 2 uniform combinations, home and away. And their look is about as simple as it gets. I'm so inspired by them and eager to protest the Seminoles that we're going to do the same thing. You're going to win the national title? No. I meant the home and away uniforms. We're only going to wear our home and away uniforms. No more alternates. I'd like to win a national title, but you guys have all seen us play. That was
Coach Show needs to get over the uniforms. Nobody cares. And it's not like their Florida State uniforms are all that anyways.
Well, let's talk about the team.
Ugh, do we have to?
Come on, cut it out. Gone are quarterback Brody Vandermeulen and running back Antoine Woodard. In their places are senior Lauren Patterson and junior Dominic Holloway, who connected on this touchdown pass in the first game of last season, which would be their only pass completion and reception respectively all season.
Well, last year Brody threw 23 interceptions and Lauren threw 2 total passes, and one of those was an interception. So you'd think it couldn't get any worse.
The Truckers return junior fullback Jamin Pratt, senior wide receivers Ty Poole and Lonnie Wilcox, as well as junior tight end Kenton Crawford, and Dave Show returns the entire offensive line from last year. Defensively, the Truckers have 2 new starters on the line. The outside linebackers are the same, but Darius Gary is gone in the middle, so sophomore outside linebacker Gavin Munoz will try to hold it together in there.
Yeah, they couldn't get anybody else. How about this? Will we get more cornerback follies as Akeem Ostrander and Randy Campbell return as the primary covermen?
We'll have to see. Senior Jasper Livingston takes over at free safety, and Dave Show lost strong safety Rusty Webster to the 2nd round of the NFL draft.
Who knew?
Okay, so taking over for him will be the junior Rashad McCormick.
Let me talk about the kicking game, because it is an absolute grease fire on this team. The Truckers are stuck with 2 freshmen nobody wanted. Kicker Jason Utley and punter Ernie Washington, both with overall ratings in the 60s. If you ask me, I think they'd been better off with Chase Utley and Ernie from Sesame Street.
Will you stop?
Just saying.
As for today's matchup, the Truckers compare very favorably to the Bobcats. A quick look at each team's schedule, as this game is considered to be a tune-up for Dave Show's now annual battle next week at LSU. Meanwhile, Texas State opens with 5 road games all over the country before 2 home games and then 4 more road games in a row. They only play 3 home games all year. Does this video game even try? What is going on here? We did a whole video on this topic recently.
It's just a video game, get over it.
Huh? You're gonna tell me that this is okay?
No, I'm gonna tell you that it just doesn't matter. Now, can we hurry up and get to this body bag game we've got in front of us? I've got anything better to do coming up, so let's get going here.
Well, alright. Texas State will receive the opening kick and the second season of Dave Show Truckers football is underway. And it's hot down there. Probably should have scheduled this game at night.
Enough about the scheduling.
Fine. The Bobcats kicked a field goal on their opening drive. This the 4th play of the opening Dave Show possession. Quarterback Lauren Patterson fires to the right. Picked off by Sam King.
Oh, we're gonna start that up again already?
That's Patterson's 4th career pass attempt, and he's thrown 2 interceptions.
You gotta be kidding me.
What?
We're not even halfway through the first quarter of the first game. Even I couldn't have predicted a start this awful.
Well, the Truckers' defense holds the Bobcats to a 50-yard field goal attempt that is no good. Dave Show takes over at their own 33. Patterson out of the read option, and he's got room. And he's got wheels! A 23-yard gain for the new Truckers QB.
You want to talk about downers? I specifically remember a Coach Show press conference last year where he questioned Patterson's mobility, basically insulted the guy.
Brody gives us the best chance to win, period. He can run. Our backup is a big lug. He'd be a stiff out there. He'd be a stiff out there. A big lug. Well, I certainly retract those statements. Patty's the man. Alright, Dave Show sets up for a short field goal.
Who knows where this thing's gonna end up?
And the kid makes it!
Yeah, but let's move ahead to halfway through the second quarter. It's 4th and 7 in obvious field goal range and they're going for it. And they don't get it.
Yeah, it's true. Not a lot of confidence in the young kicker.
And shouldn't have confidence in that thrower.
Then it becomes the Ashton Jackson Show. Great name. This run gains 22 yards. Then on first down from the 34, Jackson to the right finds Aaron Kirby for 16. Out of the read option, Jackson's running through Trucker defenders and he's gonna score! Touchdown Bobcats! Uh-oh!
Upset brewing in Orlando.
How will the Truckers respond? Truckers drive right downfield. Patterson on the run, scrambles to the right, fires into the end zone. Tide Pool touchdown! Jackson fires to the left, picked off by Randy Campbell. Patterson back to pass, scrambles to his right, launches one deep downfield. Wilcox basket catch near the 20. 2nd and 10, Patterson back to pass, fires. Picked off by Sam King.
Oh, I need one more to hit the over.
Really? At halftime, not the start Dave Show was looking for. We're all knotted up at 10. Got the scores for you from last week. It was number 1 Oregon surviving on the road at Ole Miss. And 2-time Heisman Trophy winner Corey Marshall got off to a rough start to his campaign for a 3rd, losing at South Carolina 27-20.
Maybe he was hungover during the game.
What the? Alright, we're ready to get back at it here in Orlando. A tight game going into the second half. Third and 3 at the 5, Patterson drops back, fires to the right, caught by Cowherd, touchdown Truckers!
Crap, I had under a touchdown and a half for Patterson.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Hey, they don't call me Harry Downer for nothing.
Bobcats take over at their own 39, Jackson fires. Picked off by Timmy King, and he's gonna go the distance. Touchdown Truckers! Timmy! With the 3 picks by Sam and Timmy, it's like the 2012 Stanley Cup playoffs out here. The Kings are dominating on defense.
Nobody's gonna get that. Nobody watches hockey.
Go Kings, go! Truckers facing 2nd and 7 at midfield. Patterson back to pass. Fires. Picked off by James Cox.
Oh yeah, cash that check, baby.
I can't believe you.
What? With more of a pocket passer here now, I'll bet their interception total this season will be closer to 30. Look at this. We've already got a nice interception montage put together for this year.
It's true. If the Truckers expect to have more success this season, they've got to get this part of their game under control. Patterson with 3 interceptions on opening day.
Well, something they won't have control over is their awful kicking game. 4th down again in obvious field goal range, and they're going for it.
And this time they get it. Ty Poole with the 15-yard reception.
Still, there's no way they're going to be able to survive like this.
Well, here's Utley out to attempt a 28-yard field goal. And it's good! That'll wrap this one up. Dave Show gets the win, 27-10. Despite the 3 interceptions, Patterson is your player of the game, with 276 yards passing and 76 yards rushing. The Truckers had 409 yards of total offense, but lost the turnover battle 2-3. Welcome back here in the booth, everybody, here with Harry Downer. So, Harry, what was your impression of Dave's show after Game 1 today?
This team looks a lot like last year's team. They're going to turn over the ball a lot. I don't see any way they're going to get more than 4 wins this season. Not going to happen. I mean, as long as Coach Show is handling the sticks, they're not going anywhere.
Well, let's hear what Coach Show had to say at his post-game press conference. Ugly win today. I can't believe we're still throwing interceptions.
Patterson threw the ball 39 times today. Are you aiming to become more of a passing offense?
No. Come on. I mean, if we're going to practice our passing game, it's going to be against Texas State. Next week against LSU, it'll be a whole different game plan. Next week, we'll be in Baton Rouge as for the 2nd year in a row, the Truckers' 2nd game of the season is at LSU. The Tigers took care of Louisiana Tech this week, so both teams enter the game at 1-0. In other scores around the country, 4th-ranked Oklahoma survives a scare at home against the generic FCS Northwest. Number 1 Oregon rolled number 10 Louisville. Your SEC scoreboard, a couple upsets. Army beats Tennessee in Knoxville. And Tulane goes up to Lexington and beats Kentucky. That'll do it for us here in Orlando. Be sure to subscribe and click that little bell so you don't miss a moment of the action. For Harry Downer, I'm David Johnson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next show.